You already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ RichieSkye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. Baby, this Sunday night is a mess. It is a mess. It is a hot mess. I'm going to go ahead and put the alleged badge up here because this is off the chain. Sky Scott, we are back in the building. And I got to tell y'all, first of all, I think I found a location for the Ponderosa. Okay, so I'm gonna let that out the bag tomorrow. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. So get your coins ready, okay? If you're in the DC area, we're gonna be announcing that tomorrow or Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Okay. We about to get it like we live it, man. We about to get it like Spice and Bambi, baby. We about to get it like Ashley Darby on a stage. It's gonna be lit. Okay. You know what's maybe not so lit is what Kenya Moore happened to repost on the Twitter. Shout out to our friends over at Reality Entertainment TV for catching this. And you might remember this clip of Nene talking about Cynthia. Somebody said Nene told no lies about Cynthia 10 years ago. And Kenya Moore reposted this.
You have a friend and they do something wrong or something you don't like. I don't think you align yourself with the enemy. I think that you stick with your friend and you say, look, we were friends. I liked you. You did this and I did not like that.
What is this in reference to for those of you guys who may have been under a rock? Well, as you know, Cynthia has been making the interview rounds, right? She has been speaking about the incident that is happening on tonight's episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta between Kenya Moore and Britt Eady. Now, for those of you guys who may have missed it, Cynthia actually said that she really disapproved of it. She did not like it. She thought that this was beneath Kenya. And I thought that, honestly, I felt like, while it's some honest feedback, I didn't really think it was that bad. But I also look at the stance that Candy took with regards to Kenya, and it was definitely a much more supportive stance. So this is going to be very, very interesting, especially now with Kenya posting this, because I feel like Cynthia Bailey, the new Cynthia, I don't feel like she'd be taking the stuff that she used to take. So I'm curious to see how that's going to play out after she sees this.
But at the end of the day, you're not going to align yourself with the enemy. When you
baby, let me tell you something. Tonight's episode is going to tell us a lot. Do you hear me? A whole lot. Chime down in the chat. Is Cynthia wrong for stating her honest opinion about what Kenya did? Or do you think that she was being a bad friend and aligning herself with the enemy? Because Cynthia also said in another interview that I saw, and I'll place the link in the description down below, it's from the Bravo Shade Room. Well, I saw it posted there, I should say. And she was basically saying that she felt like, well, Britt had apologized. So Britt owned her actions. So, which is actually very interesting because what we remember seeing from Britt at that time was that she did not mention anything about the weapon. So I don't know. Did she really own it? I guess we have to see the episode. So we'll check back in tomorrow. All right. There's some more tea. There is some more tea, y'all. Like, I just literally saw this and I was like, what? Dr. Heavenly reveals that Dr. Scott, and this is why I had the alleged badge down here, asked Quad for advice after a blogger threatened to release information about him allegedly being seen at a hotel with another woman. Now, Dr. Heavenly talks about this scene being edited out of the reunion, i.e. it wasn't shown. And the original post was from Housewives from a Housewife. And this was clearly on Dr. Heavenly's YouTube page. I'll just play a little bit of a snippet of it because, you know, that's already, it's either on her YouTube or her Patreon. So I just want to be respectful of that.
I really don't. I know he ain't got no kids, but I'm saying I really don't think he cheat. I really don't. Cat.
Okay. So we're about to get into it. And if you're wondering why I'm talking in between these clips, it's because I have to do a proper reaction. So that's why.
Contessa gaslights you in place. I'm surprised he didn't play the part about Scott. I guess because
here we go.
Scott been so silent, they really probably want them to come back. But now Scott called Quad about some woman he was at a hotel with. Quad admitted it. She said he called me up and said, "How do I keep this out of the blogs?"
Why would he call Quad though? That's so interesting that he would call her of all people. I mean, I'm not saying that, you know, Quad's not a reliable like person to get information from, or like, I mean, but out of all the people, it would seem like he would call another one of the husbands or something like that versus her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's no shade to Quad. I mean, but it's just like, why would you, I mean, if this is true, why would she be pulled into that? Like, you know, like, I'm just clueless about that. So, I mean, but let's go.
Quad told him, "Listen, get your wife. The main thing you want to do is get your wife." And that's how we got in the conversation of she saying, "I'm being miserable." Because my answer wouldn't have been your titties after she said I'm miserable.
So, Dr. Heavenly is revealing that this was a little bit of a chop and screw of the footage, which we know happens. I mean, obviously, we only have 42 minutes, right? I mean, how can we show everything? But I always find it weird when they just play something else after something else that did not match and they put it together. Like, what? The magic of production.
My answer would have been, you must be miserable because you done filed for divorce 3, 4, 6 times.
Oh, God. Oh, God. What?
So I presented that, and Contessa was like, what? And Quad said, yes, that did happen. He called me, and I told, and it looked like Contessa already knew, but Contessa was already pissed with Quad. That's why when he went backstage, looked like that she was happy that Simone was saying these things too.
Ooh. This is a lot of tea. This is a whole lot of tea. But I mean, listen, that's why people tune into Dr. Heavenly's page, because she's going to break down the things that we did not see, right? And I always appreciate the knowing of like how things were put together. I just wouldn't have thought that we would be getting this. This was not on my bingo card for the day. And I'm still thinking to myself, but why would he call Quad? I mean, why would she be the resident expert on what to do if somebody found that information or something like that? Like, I just don't get it. I don't know. I don't really know. All I know is, what do y'all think is going to happen? Is everybody invited back next season? That's what I really want to know. Is everybody invited back next season? Where do we go from here at this point? Because it's getting, I mean, I thought we saw on a preview clip where Dr. Heavenly said that she and Dr. Contessa needed to work things out, but this don't really seem like things are being worked out. Does it? I mean, I don't think it does. Anything else noteworthy that she says here?
Quad, because all that had already transpired. Quad backed it up. She was like, yes, he called me. It ain't no lie. Why was Scott called Quad? This was years ago, though. This was maybe before the last season she was on.
Now it all is falling into place, but still, why Quad?
But he called her and said, you know what? These people saying they got some receipts on me that I was at a hotel room with this woman. How do I keep that from going to the vlogs? Quad said, I don't know this particular blogger, but go get your wife, explain to her what it is.
Got it. I mean, okay. So now it's the story, the everything is falling more into place. Oh, Lord have mercy. Married to Medicine is popping off, and it is back on for part 3 of the reunion. If you guys have not seen it by now, I'm not sure when you will watch this video right here that I'm on, but in case you miss it, Married to Medicine will be on at 9 p.m. after The Real Housewives of Atlanta at 8 p.m. on Bravo. That's Eastern Standard Time. And then following Married to Medicine will be an episode of Watch What Happens Live. I would have to wonder if Cynthia is going to be on this week's episode of Watch What Happens Live. Because she's making the press rounds right now. So typically when you see one of them in the press, that's usually when they're going to be going to Watch What Happens Live. And I would be interested. It would be like, I'm wondering why they wouldn't have Brit on Watch What Happens Live. And maybe they will. I don't know. Like, I have no idea who. I mean, I'm only guessing that it's Cynthia. So we'll have to wait and see how this whole situation plays out. But yeah, it was a lot. I told you guys it was a lot. It was a lot of stuff. So here we are. With that being said, make sure you guys keep it locked onto the channel. Of course, we'll be doing our recaps for both shows tomorrow here on the channel. And I'll have some news about our Ponderosa. Yes. We're finally doing it. It's going to be like a day party. It'll be brunch foods. If you want to eat, if you want to just party, it's just like having a good time with the squad. You know, we ain't got to do this ever. So I just want to make sure that this year we do everything that we need to do. All right. So with that being said, I will catch you in the next video.